Well, here I am. I got to do something tonight, and what I got a couple of mold bucks here, and neither one is really the right size. So, in order to do this, well, I actually think this one here probably would be okay to use if I move it. So let's take the rudder off of this. I've cut my cowl sides already. I'll take this rudder off and slide it in there. See about molding this up tonight, or at least getting it started. Yeah, I suppose that'll work. It's not exactly right though. That's the only thing. This one's a lot closer, but we're a few inches short. Let's change the perspective so you can see what I'm talking about. Hey, Roy. Good evening. Good evening, everyone. So we're going to go with an 1/8 inch. So I guess maybe we'll just use this one. And I'll just add a piece here. This one here is not quite the right shape. And I don't want to go through making another buck. So let me get it on the sander. I'm going to sand this flush and we're going to add a piece. So I squared this up. Let me get a block of wood. I get a block of wood here and just epoxy that to this. So this is the right size. And we'll just cut it off square with that, and that way it makes it a square piece. Yep, that'll work good. That'll do the job right there. So now we got to epoxy that on to this. I probably could have just let the wood hang over. I really don't like doing that though, because then it makes it look stupid. Man, I've got to kind of clear off this mess. We can go ahead and start finishing this. It's all sanded out. I just need to put some dope on it and start papering it up. And that'll be the next component that's finished. We'll have 3 of the 4 major components finished. Yeah, what a mess. Need a piece of wax paper. Been watching these brain teasers on YouTube. Anybody know what the fastest animal on the planet is? I guess we could mix on what we can mix on. I don't have no piece of cardboard to mix on. There we go. Mix on this paper plate. Fastest animal on the planet is the peregrine falcon. 238 miles an hour. Cheetah is the fastest land animal, but it's not the fastest animal. I probably won't get much done tonight. I'll probably just get this glued and shaped. I think I might have said something. One of my older streams, I'm watching these brain teasers. Does anybody know why there's the panhandle is on Oklahoma? I'll give you a clue. It has to do with Missouri. There was some type of line. It was no man's land. That's right. There was some type of line that no slavery was allowed above this parallel. And when they purchased the left coast, they just kind of left it out there. Yeah, that's right. Pretty weird stuff. I didn't learn all that shit in school. They didn't teach shit in school. Yeah, this would be good. Yeah, Texas allowed slaves and up into that line or whatever, and I don't know. There was a big battle over it. I'll have to go back and rewatch it and see. Just look for brain teasers on YouTube. They're kind of neat to watch. They have stuff like closest planet to the sun. That's Mercury. Man, come on. I'm gonna have to wait for this epoxy to dry. I mean, there ain't nothing to do until this dries. Cures, hardens, whatever. Can you name an animal that never dies? Of course, I don't see how that's possible, but just what they had on the video. Supposedly, jellyfish. Octopus has 3 brains. It's weird kind of stuff. Stuff that superfluous BS that you will never use in your life. Starting to harden. That's what I said. Jellyfish. Octopus has 3 brains. Seahorse's heart is in his head. Stupid stuff. I kind of like watching them though. I play along with them. Keep your brain sharp. First element on the periodic table. Like, who gives a shit? Unless you're a chemist. a little longer, and then we can start cutting and sanding. This thing really came out good. I mean, the woodwork is really nice on this one. Probably because I didn't move very fast on doing any of it. I made sure everything fit. Well, I wonder how Mark's doing with my airplane. I guess the guy from Brazil is going to have me build that airplane for $2,000. I think I'm going to buy another one of these. These are really good. They beat the crap out of Zona saws. And you can cut hardwood with it. Haven't cut myself with this yet, but it's pretty damn sharp. Still a little pliable. You know what? Give me a second on my disc sander. I can get this a whole lot closer, a whole lot faster with the disc sander. Well, you can either spend all day doing something or you can do it smart and get it close. This glue is pretty sticky yet, though. Pretty sticky. Okay, we got to get rid of that box. Box of chips. In you go. I think I need these. Not for that. I just need to get this pretty darn close. I don't have to, doesn't have to be finished sanded, but needs to hold the wood while I mold it. Pretty bad when you got to make the tooling before you can even get started. Get that Gumby off there. Go right down there. That's good. Yeah. Party trivia. Well, I don't go to parties. Don't have much of a life anymore. It's just model airplanes. Yeah, they're pretty close. That looks pretty close. Okay, that's good. It's perfect. We're making our, I'm going to make the bottom out of 2 pieces of 16th glued together for 1/8 inch thick wall. So that leaves an 1/8 inch on this side and 1/8 inch on this side. Probably could sand it a little more back here on the back half and cut it off. You see, we could sand it a little more along the edge. And this thing needs to get cut off right here. I guess we could even angle it. We'll dangle it. So I've modified an old, I think this would be easier to sand on the disc sander than cut. So I modified an old buck. I didn't have to do it twice. So we need to take some off of the sides from here. And it's really close, so take some off here and here. It's really close. A little bit more back here. They're so close. Might as well make it right. Got plenty of time before the Nats next year. I got about 6 months to finish this airplane. Let's see. January, February, March, April. 4 months. And then the weather's not very good in April or May around here. Usually windy as hell. So we might get a couple more built between now and the Nats. If that guy comes across with the wants me to build a 60 Super Aries. For you guys wanting my services, I'll tell you just like I told, it's pricey. It's $1,000 for the airplane. That includes the wood. So it's not much labor. I mean, not much money on that because the wood. And you know, unless you guys want to supply me with good wood. And then it's $1,000 to finish it. So it's $2,000. And I probably should charge more. But we'll get a little content out of it for YouTube. Because that $1,000 price it's been $1,000 for the last 20 years. Probably need to call Bob and see what he thinks I should charge. All right, I think that's close enough. That looks pretty good. We got approximately 1/8 of an inch all the way around. It's probably 3/16 on that side, but it's a little more on that side. So it's about right. It will it'll fit. So now we need to measure up some material and get that cut. I guess maybe I could just spray this and wind it. I don't know. Give it a try. We got half an hour left almost. Let's see. Where's my tape? I've seen it right here. I think this is 4 inches up here. Yep, 4 inches, and I only got 3-inch wood. That means it's gonna. I'm gonna have to cut and splice. 4 inches. 4 inches. It stays 4 inches way back. 3.5. 3 1/4. 3 inches. Yep. Okay, let's pick up some good wood here. So this was an 11. That was the heaviest piece I got from National Balsa. These are 9s, 2 9s, 11, and we'll use the 8s. See the best grain. No, this is not going to be good. These will be good ribs, so we won't use that. This 11 has real nice grain in it. Crappy. Here we go. Let's see. Nope, that ain't good. I need 4 pieces. This is okay. Oh, this is real good here. That's good. We'll just cut off that checking on the bottom. That's 4. Now we're up to 3/32. So that's 4 pieces here for the bottom. Is that going to be enough? Probably not. We need a 5th one. This is a 7. This will work. These are 8s. Or I could just make up one 3/32 piece. I think we'll do 3/32 instead of waste all that good wood on a bottom block. So we'll do 3/32 with carbon bale. So we're only going to need 2 pieces for that. So we need to pick out the best ones for that. Did we mark them up? No. Damn. I didn't mark them. Well, it don't look like we're going to get to molding tonight. Twelve, 14, 15, then we got to pick the best grain out. 15. Looks like the 12, the first piece is the best so far. 14. 13. This is a 13-inch, 13-gram piece, but if you look at this, the grain is going goopy. Is not really conducive to molding. That's a 14 with the hard grain going crazy. Here's a straight piece of grain. It's a 13, so we got a 12 and a 13 possible. We're gonna have to use 2 pieces anyway. This is a 14. Got a hard spot in it. 14. And this is a 13, and it's got straight grain. So we'll use the 2 13s. Okay, this is going to be my molded bottom block. And what I have to do here is I have to split this down the middle and glue a strip on each side of it. This is the harder of the two. This is the one I'm going to use as the side. This one here will be the molded spot. That end is, we'll cut that off. So yes. So fellas, I don't think we're going to get to molding tonight. I only got 13 minutes on this stream. If you got any questions, I can answer those. It just doesn't do me any good, do the channel any good to run longer than an hour. It's bad for the numbers. Well, that's all we're going to get out of it. So, do you guys got any questions? Otherwise, I'll end the stream 12 minutes early, or I'd stay on 2 minutes more. What happens is the metrics, it really screws it up. Anything over an hour, people will drop in for 30 seconds and then they're gone. And it looks like my channel is not very interesting, which it's not. I understand that, but I'm really trying to blow the metrics, Anything? What I need is somebody here to play off of. That's why John and I, when we did the show, was so good. It was interesting because we could talk back and forth. Here I'm just talking to the air with nobody putting any input in. So tomorrow when I come back, I'll have these glued cut, and wet it out, and we'll mold that up. Or maybe I should mold them tonight, and that way we can start putting it together tomorrow. Because we're almost ready for alignment, where I cut this thing apart and glue the front half of the fuselage onto the wing and the back half, and then get the tail moment set. Hopefully not cut this stabilizer in the bottom, which I've done before. Alrighty, like, subscribe. If you find this stuff interesting, there's a lot of content on my channel. Just go on there and search for it. Hinges, covering, whatever. You got to use the little magnifying glass up in there, or you can use the open search and type an & stun hanger. So let's say you want to look for hinges, type hinges & stunner, a stun hanger, and it'll weed through it all too. All right, we'll see you tomorrow. Fair winds, tight lines. See ya. Out.